So let's add some coins to collect, so that our player object would collect some coins around the while it's moving. So it's sample, right click, game object, 3D object. Let's do spheres. So when you want to put multiple prefab, they're called prefab. If you have the same object in several destinations on the scene, they're called prefab. To create a prefab, you create it in the hierarchy by right-clicking on sample and adding the 3D object and selecting the 3D object you want, either cube, sphere, capsule, cylinder, or whatever. And then you take that game object that you created in the hierarchy and you place it in the project. So now, see, I have that sphere in the project. I want to add some color to it. So let's right click on project, create, and let's go to material. So let's go to material. I added a new material. This is a color. This would add a color to the sphere. So no, I chose red. I chose yellow. Sorry. Notice it's still white. The reason why is because this this circle is not on the color. It's on the white. It was here. So if you want to change the color from dark to light, you have to press on the edge right there. See, when I press on the edge, I have this color, yellow. So there you go. This is my new material. This color is yellow. I want to add this color to this sphere. So all I have to do is just drag it on top of it. See, new material, yellow. There you go. The sphere is yellow now. Now I want to place it inside the scene. How do I do that? Well, it's pretty easy. So to place it on the scene, we click on the sphere and drag it into the scene. There you go. It's there. Now this has to be clicked. Not this game has to be clicked. It's the scene ticker that has to be ticked. Now I placed this sphere here. I want to place others. So what I have to do, all I have to do is press on the sphere, click on the sphere icon, and drag them as much as I want, and drag them into the scene. And every time I drag one to the scene, I get a new object. There you go. This is another object. Now this is another object. So when you add a game object onto the scene, you need a collider. A sphere collider will come with the prefab by default. If you choose a sphere game object, a sphere collider will come with it. But you also must add a rigid body. Before I talk about rigid bodies, what is a sphere collider? A sphere collider is a component. Everything that's in the inspector. This is the inspector. This is the inspector of sphere of sphere prefab. So if you notice, I clicked on this sphere. This sphere has a sphere collider, and this sphere has a sphere collider, and this sphere has a sphere collider, and this sphere has a sphere collider. So what is a sphere collider? A sphere collider is a component that checks for collision, where you can click on it, or another game object will come in contact with it, and it will register that contact. So if this game object came into contact with this sphere, sphere, and this sphere has a sphere collider, it will register it. This will facilitate interaction when your game is played. But I'm gonna go back to it. But also you need a rigid body. So why do we need a rigid body? A rigid body facilitates physics in the game. So if you jump, you can use gravity on the rigid body to pull your player or another game object back down to the ground, or you can bump into other game objects. Let me show you now what would happen if I added these. I didn't add rigid body yet to these spheres, They all have, colliders, sphere colliders. And let me show you what would happen if I interact with a game object that has a collider but doesn't have a rigid body. We also need to add the rigid body to the capsule, to the player. So go click on player, go to component, add component, and then rigid body. And that's it. So let me show you. See, my player has my player my player my player has a rigid body, but the spheres don't have a rigid body. They don't interact. They interact, but they don't move. The physics is not. There is no physics in them. See, they're solid. They're solidly stuck to the ground. Let me show you what would happen if I add a rigid body. So I'm gonna take this sphere, and if you want to add a common thing to all your prefab, you double click on the prefab. There you go. Now it's saying what do you want to add to this sphere. So you take add component, and you get a rigid body. Where is rigid? Rigid. There you go. So now I have a rigid body, not just on one sphere, but on all the spheres, because I chose this prefab that I added here. I opened the prefab and I added a rigid body to the sphere collider, and now all the prefab have a rigid body. Let me show you. So let's go back. Let's check this one. This one has a sphere collider and a rigid body. Check this one. This one has a sphere collider and a rigid body, and this one, sphere collider, rigid body, and this one has a sphere collider, rigid body. So they all have rigid bodies. So let's see now when we interact, when we bump into them, what would happen. Let's play the game. So, see, they're moving. Physics is added to them now. I'm pushing this one. I'm pushing that one. Wait. I'll show you how to manipulate the camera later on, but for now, let's keep to this. Stick to this. There you go. So there you go. Now we added physics, collision, and now we should add the behavior of what would happen to these spheres if we bump into them. So I want the sphere to stay in its place, and when it comes to contact with the capsule, to disappear. So I want them to stay stationary and not have any collision and not move when I collide with them. I want them just to disappear like coins. So I have to remove the rigid body, because remember, when rigid body makes them interact with you, you want them to disappear. So you remove the rigid body. Again, go to sphere, right? Click on the three dots, remove component. So now all the spheres, let me show you what happens. All the rigid body from all the spheres have been removed. Let's check it out. So this sphere doesn't have any rigid body anymore. This sphere doesn't have this one. Now, so I want these spheres, when they come into contact with player, to disappear. So I want this game object to have an identifier called player. To do that, we can use there are two identifiers, two ways of identifying a game object, with layers and with tag. So my tag, the tag on this game object, on the player, is called player. It's easy. You just drop down the list and choose player. So player, and there's a layer. There's also layer and tag. Layer has these. You can add a layer here as layer. Let's create a player tag, player layer, and then go to capsule again. Now we have player here. I identified this player with layers and tag. You only need one. You don't need the other. Let's keep this on default. So this game object is identified with player. I want this game object to, when it comes into contact with the sphere, for the sphere to disappear. To do that, we have to create a sphere script, a C# script. I called it sphere call. You call it whatever you want. So remove the start function and the update function, and then add this function, private void on trigger enter collider other. This function has a collider called other, and whoever comes into contact with that collider, when our player comes into contact with this game object that contains other, destroy the game object. Let me repeat it so that you understand it. It's a little bit of a mouthful. So other is a trigger contained on the game object that contains this script. So this script is saying, whoever comes into contact with other, compare its tag. If it's player, destroy this game object. Let me say it again. So I'm not gonna use other so that you just understand it better. So whoever comes into contact with the game object that contains this script, compare the tag. If the tag is player, destroy this, not the player game object, the game object that contains the script, the sphere. So this sphere will disappear once it comes into contact with player. So save, go back to the C and let it update. And now double click on this prefab, go to add component, and type in the name of your C# script. Mine is sphere collider. There it is, sphere call. It's not sphere collider, sphere call. So every sphere now has a sphere call script in it. So let's test it. Oh, before you test it, I forgot something. Go back to sphere and tick is trigger. Tick this trigger here. Tick it so that it triggers, because without the trigger, it would not. If this trigger is empty, it would not come into. It would not register the contact. It only registers it once clicked. So click on trigger and play the game. Let's see. See? It came in contact with it and it disappeared. Let me show you again. Oops. There you go. They're disappearing. There you go. Oh, it fell down. It's okay. There you go. So that's it.